I'll do a quick run of PacMan right now. I'll be back here in a little bit, but I woke up late. We're fixing to get something to eat, but I am waiting because as soon as it gets ready, I will leave. But I'm just going to do a quick game of PacMan. I didn't get to do much gaming today because I could not sleep at all this morning. And it was a very bad night. Very bad night of sleep. Still, I got off so I could go to bed. And I couldn't never sleep. That's just life for me. That's just how it's always been. I was that way. That's why I got in trouble at school a lot of times, because of my sleeping habits. Of course, I guess it's normal. I always had a spell in October. Then I'll be back later tonight with something else. I can't get anywhere in this level because you don't get to bite the freaking ghosts. Oh. Alarm now, because I'm getting closer, but I wasn't able to. I don't know how fast I can get back up there. Well, like I'm gonna make it. I can't even get up there. I can't even get up there, y'all. This microphone is aggravating today. Ooh. On a good note, I've done my exercises 2 days in a row. I think it's 3 days. So I've done pretty good this week. I feel better when I get my exercises in. I need to get regular. It's not healthy to just sit around all the time doing nothing. I might be disabled, but I don't want to be dead. I like my life. I want to be around as long as I can be. Especially for those people that dislike you, that makes you want to outlive them. I'm like Michael Savage there. I want to outlive my enemies. Outlive my enemies. Give me many a years, Lord. Many a years. That's not the only reason I want to be alive. I like my life. I like learning things. I like learning new things. Being free. I'm free to do what I want any old time. Yeah, I'm free to do what I want any old time. You need to cherish that freedom and cherish yourself. Even if everybody else don't like you, you cherish yourself. I'm talking to the disheartened there. When people tell you you're nothing, you prove them wrong. I was told I was a nothing all my life. Teachers told me I was nothing. My daddy told me I was nothing. I think he had an agenda. I think he wanted me to be tough. They bullied him around when he was a kid. When he grew up, nobody bullied him. Nobody. He didn't take shit from nobody. I don't either. Yeah, I think he had an agenda. I think he wanted me to be tough. It's sort of like the Boy Named Sue song. You know that Boy Named Sue? There's a Johnny Cash song that's called Boy Named Sue. And he finally met his daddy and he asked him why he named him. And you know, that's the reason he named the boy named Sue. He wanted him to be tough. I think that was my daddy's agenda. Because I'm telling you, when people would start in with us, whoa, he was on them. He was on teachers. He was on any of them. But he talked that rough talk. And he'd even talk rough to me. The worst of it, though, came after I was grown. That's when he started really thinking I was a loser. He thought I was a loser because I was disabled. But he done it when I was a kid, too. He told me I wasn't worth nothing. But I think, like I said, I think he wanted me to be tough. I think it was like the boy. That's the first thing I thought when I heard the song Boy Named Sue. That must have been what he was doing to me. But they were as mean to him. He was a little tiny thing. Boy, nobody stuffed him in lockers when he grew up. He'd always tell me, son, I took down bigger men than you. One time he even actually told it to me. I mean, me and them was kind of fussing. This was about 4 or 5 years before he died, I think. 3 or 4. We was fussing. He said, boy, I took down bigger men than you, and I'm fixing to take you down. We was just arguing, you know. It was just argument. It never did actually get physical. That's how I learned not to fear people. I thought, well, he was a little man and he didn't fear nobody. I'm going to be a big man and not fear nobody. That was my thought. But always love yourself. Don't let nobody tell you you're nothing. Everybody's got something they're good at. You get out here and find it and do it. And do it. And show them. Show yourself, to prove it to yourself. That's what I try to do. I try to prove it to myself. When somebody tells me I can't do something, I try to find some way to do it. The best I can. You gotta have a winning spirit. You gotta have a winning spirit. Now, I still need to work on my attitude. Sometimes I got a terrible attitude. Especially if I get pissed off. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm still working on me. I'm a work in progress. That's why even though I wanted to be a performer and I wasn't able to be a performer, I just started hobbily writing songs. I didn't try to do it from a professional level because, but it's rare to get in there just on songs. You got to be able to write really good songs, you know. I don't guess that's always the case. There's some of the terrible stuff on the radio. Junk. So I guess I can take that one back. Problem is I write everything for me. Through my eyes. I don't think about the bigger picture. It's always through my eyes. With the exception of the fictitious songs I wrote. I wrote some fictitious ones. Sometimes I would just visualize, like, if I was writing a song about a subject, I would visualize how I thought I would feel if I'd never felt it, or if I felt it before, I put it in there. But if a subject, like a particular subject I'd never experienced before and I wanted to write that song, I would sit and look, and I would see myself in that position, and I would think, how would I feel? That's how I write songs. If it's something I know, you hear what I would think I would be. We have emotions and all this other stuff, and you never know how you want to actually react to something. But I just visualize. Like I say, if I want to write a story about something, I'll visualize about what I would feel through it. If I'm writing a song. And I would take a similar experience that would be similar and mix it with it when I was doing a song. I never was completely about whatever I was writing about. I would mix and mingle it with a really, really fictitious story. A lot of times it's my feelings. You hate me. Well, I guess I hate you too. You can't stand me. Well, I can't stand you. That's a real... Sometimes they didn't like me either. Well, I guess what I told them, just basically kiss my ass. Don't care whether you like me. I've hated this. You go your way and I'll go mine, and you leave me alone. Leave me the hell alone. You hate me. Well, I guess I hate you too. You can't stand me. Well, I can't stand you. It actually started out as a song that I had no aware of knowing anything about, because I only experienced it through, like, when people would get divorces around me. But when I was doing the album, I thought, well, I ain't never been married. I don't know nothing about divorce. So we'll change it. And so I changed it to hated, because I knew about hate. You hate me. Well, I guess I hate you too. It was called Divorce in the beginning. It was about a couple that couldn't stand each other anymore. And they had to get away from each other, and they was going their separate ways. That's what it was in the beginning when I first wrote it. So I thought, I don't know nothing about divorce. I ain't never been through one. I ain't even been in a relationship. I changed it. And I put the hate emotion in there, because this couple that I was writing about in the song, They were pushed to the point where they didn't like each other. I should have kept it the same way. I may go back in there and redo it with the original lyrics. Because it's just a little, it ain't much different. Made some changes. I think I will. I think I'll do it on this new album. I'll go in there and do the original lyrics. Now that I've explained my position. I still got them. I still got them scribbled down. But I just made it changes. Little changes. I've still got the original version of that though. It's about a man and a woman. And they didn't like each other. I'll call it Hated version 2 or something like that. I'll go put it back with the he and she stuff back in it. Instead of just being somebody talking to somebody else that don't like them. Then again, I might not. We'll see. But either way, that's what it was originally about. I just changed it. Because like I said, I've never been divorced. And I thought, well, that looks totally stupid. Me putting out an album and I got a song on it about divorce. A man who ain't never been married. So I changed it to, yeah, I'm hated. Well, I hate you too. Yeah, see, I think about things like that. Well, I hate you too. I like being real. I don't want to be a fictitious piece of junk. I want to be real. That's what I grew up listening to. People that sung about real songs. And I wanted to be real. Yeah, I'm hated, but I hate you too. Yeah, I'm hated, and I hate you too. Yeah, the couple, they hated each other. They didn't like each other anymore. Boom, 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 boom. Oh God, I'm about made it. I almost beat that level, y'all. I almost beat that level. Damn it. I'll probably have to get off here in a minute. We'll see. You hate me. Well, I guess I hate you too. You can't stand me. Well, I can't. I just took. It's really the same song. I just took the he and she stuff. But I had a line where it was talking about his feelings, and then I had a line about talking about her feelings. And I just changed it. It's really the same song. I made it non-binary. It used to be specifically he and she, and now it's non-binary. It doesn't have a sex. It could be anybody. A woman could hate somebody like that, or a man could hate somebody like that. It might not even be about really hate. It's really about just not like, but I mean, it don't have to be real hate. It can be, if that's what you feel, but it don't have to be about hate. It can just be an emotion, you know. Then I had my ghost stories. I need to do more of that. Where I write about like a story. That's what I really like doing, story songs. Story songs. If I write a song, that's why I didn't really like those political songs too much. Because the politics ruined my storytelling songs. Because in the beginning, that's what I did. I still got a couple though that I'm working on right now. That were basically from back then, I just didn't finish them. I've been working on for years. I won't finish it. I'm not going to tell what it's about. that'd give it away. We'll deal with it. Indeed, it was the original album, first album song. For some reason I didn't get finished with it, so I changed the title to Tales of Hurt and the Paranormal. But it was going to originally be the title track, and it didn't get finished. I'm still working on it. It will get finished, though. I will finish it. It was the ending that I couldn't figure out how to finish. The ending. I don't remember how. I couldn't decide on how I wanted it to end. Yeah, I like storytelling songs. Songs that tell a story. Sort of like a storyteller. Sort of like a mini book or a mini movie, but it's a song. That's me. You hate me. Then I do the emotion songs like that, of course. And I also had another thing. You know, they'd always like, when you'd study up on songwriting, they'd always tell you to write sweet love songs. I'd say, F that, I'm going to write breakup songs. Help that, I'm going to write breakup songs. I've liked very few love songs, y'all. I've found a few I like. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Oh, whoa, whoa, where do we go? Sweet Child of Mine was beautiful. November Rain was beautiful. Estrange was really beautiful. It's long, and I never like singing it on karaoke because it's long and I get winded. But boy, do I love Estrange. Just as the emotions of his relationship coming to an end. I'm talking about Guns N' Roses again. Guns and Roses. Always loved Estranged. Boy, that's a beautiful song. The Slash, he plays so beautiful on it. It's one of them guitars. Well, Sweet Child of Mine is too. And I don't mean this in a boring way, Slash, if you ever run into this. You probably won't, but if you were to... But I could go to sleep to Sweet Child of Mine. Well, I can go to sleep to Estranged too. And I'm not talking about that in a negative way. I'm talking about, boy, that's some beautiful guitar. I love that song. I even like this one on the newer album. Not as much as those three. But I can't think of the title, but it was on the Chinese, his newer one, the later one. Chinese, they ain't new anymore, but it's been out for decades. Chinese Democracy, it was, everywhere I go, I see you. I can't think of the title. The Blues. Blues, that's what it's called. Well, I may have another title. But I like that song too. Not as much as the other three. And there's Better, of course. No one ever thought I was alone, I didn't know better. So bittersweet, this tragedy, absolution, this melody inside of me, such for solution. See, I didn't really like love songs. I like breakups. I don't even know what Better is about. I'm figuring it's about a relationship. Now I know you better. Now I know you better. All that I want is. Yeah, it's strange though. That's a beautiful song. Although I've liked everybody from Elvis to Motley Crue and even country. Here's a rock and roll record I listened to, Fats Domino. My mama loved Fats Domino. I loved all them people. Guns N' Roses is the one that sparked me to want to be an entertainer. So I share my Guns N' Roses memories more than anything. Now, the man who created CDs that were always there for me, like say when I needed a song to listen to or an album to listen to, that was Marilyn Manson for some reason or other. Always loved his music. I loved every one of his albums. And I can sit and listen to them now, and I can think back to a time when I was going through a particular thing, and I could listen to some of them songs, and I can remember the feeling that I was feeling when I was thinking that stuff. So Marilyn Manson's kind of like the journal music that I listen to. The journal music. Like if you had a journal music, that would be Marilyn Manson. Like I remember I was listening to the album, you remember that when 9/11 happened, we was all not knowing how things was going to go, and with the exception of some of us suspicion, and I got suspicious about it later on. I wouldn't, like I'd have probably been one of the ones that if I'd been a military person, I'm going over there and kick some ass, you know. You know, there's a lot of people who did that. And some of them were disheartened, and they learned it was all a bunch of crap. But I'd have probably been one of the ones that went, but he had this song, and I remember it was so quiet and so horrible. Valley of Death. And I thought, yeah, we in that right now. You know, they're spreading that fear on television that a jihadi was going to jump out up from under your table or jump through your television or be like Freddy Krueger and appear in your dreams. I watched Freddy Krueger last night, by the way. That's why I brought up Freddy Krueger. A jihadi was going to jump out from your table. Now they're doing a virus like that. Anything to keep you scared. Anything to keep you running. I was a kid back then. So young man. Very young. Late 20s? How old am I now? I'm 46. I'd have been about 26, I guess. In the shadow of the... Later, I'd have been 27. I must have been 27. Talking about because it's after or post-August. In the shadow of the valley of death. Which right now we're late. I guess I'd been 6 because we're late 21 right now. And that would have been late 01. The trains didn't get back normal around here for a long time. They eventually got back to normal. You know, you hear them all the time. I mean, you can even I can listen to them old jcbws. Some more videos, you hear the wah. I'm passing by. Them trains were silent for a long time, at least to about October or something. Going on November. It didn't get back to normal till about late October, early November around here with the trains. And it was quiet, with the exception of the old plants. You wouldn't get that today, though. These old car engines, boy, you just hear them all night, all day and night long. Those freaking cars. I guess they're old Chinese junk. That's the only thing I can... Must be this Chinese junk. Because cars used to be quieter. This must be Chinese junk, that's all. And I think I'm going to have to go. I'll see y'all later. That's the only thing I think of. They must just be Chinese junk. They sound horrible, but horrible.